Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who
And Aubameyang! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
And here's Shevchenko. An uncompromising challenge.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Zola. Goes looking wide. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Puyol. He's picked his way through. Shapes to shoot! And he's done it! And we have liftoff! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Cruzeiro really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah.
Aubameyang! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening.
Can he finish? And a neat finish! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And he is going into that little black book. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Half an hour played now. And this is Eto'o. He might be in here! Oh, that's a fine challenge. Puyol did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Hullet. Short changes him with that pass. Neymar. Tries to pass it through, and this is Shevchenko. Now that is a hefty challenge. Eto'o is there to clear. Just the keeper in his way, and he shoots! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Knocks it into space. De Arrascaeta, Shevchenko, Otto cuts it out. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Madrid claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. And we are back underway. It's Eto'o! Oh, it's come off the upright. Relentless, just relentless. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game? He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Madrid visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Park Ji-sung's cross. He's having a shot! Oh, good finish. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Hullet. Park Ji-sung. Aubameyang needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
And he's running through. Seedorf with a definite foul there. Now this is interesting, he has already had his name taken once. Referee has gone straight to his pocket, yes, a second yellow, and he's off. The player's body language here is a bit grim, it is not looking great at all. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
That's a good Park Ji-sung! No, just not quite.
Park Ji-sung really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Tries to dink it through. And this is Shevchenko. Hangs in a cross. And the shot! Well taken goal. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, there's the shot! So close to drawing level.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
Substitution on the field, number 11.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number 25.
He won't be happy with that one.
Number 5.
Pulisic
Edmilson. Number 13. Nesta.
crosses it in.
Coming on the field, number 9.
Deftly away.
Bale. Number
Cruzeiro
23.
have got it back and they'll have another go.
Number 8.
Rice, 2 assists to his credit already.
Number 2.
Cruzeiro really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 5 minutes.
And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Five minutes to add. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Batistuta, and he's found the way past. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, they are now a 9-man team.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
He's gone for goal. And he's managed to get rid. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. And that is as far as it goes. Madrid have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.